Since the start of Mercedes at the end of the 19th century, Mercedes has been renowned for doing two sorts of cars. Mercedes had some cars and trucks that were built for companies and also for politicians, for the government, let's say. And then Mercedes had cars that were tailored for the customers. It's like Rolls-Royce and Bentley today. I say this all the time. Audi has the technology, BMW has the driving pleasure, but Mercedes has the class. They always are the best at doing huge sedans and SUVs, and this Mercedes S-Class is no exception. I was always a fan of the Mercedes S-Class. Every time people would ask me what is my dream car, I would always say the Mercedes S-Class. And there is a reason behind it, guys. There's a reason why I prefer the Mercedes S-Class. Because of its heritage, because of its identity. This Mercedes S-Class costs 140,000 euros. However, I must remind you all, this is no ordinary car. This Mercedes S-Class can practically be seen as well as a rolling work of art. It's as special as Bordeaux wine. Yes, you heard me, guys. This car is as special as Bordeaux wine, and I think it is worth the value of 140,000 euros for a reason. Now, let's get down with this review right now. I first of all want to talk about the front design of this Mercedes S-Class. It looks very, very legendary. This front grille has been with Mercedes since very, very long time, since the beginning, even before the World Wars. And this is something very legendary within Mercedes. I'm very impressed Mercedes has stuck to its guns on this. This is a form of identity, and I absolutely admire it. Now let's look at the design. When I look at the front grille, I like the shape of this front grille. I like how Mercedes has attempted to make it sort of almost vertical from here. Whenever I look at the front design of this Mercedes S-Class, it ever so slightly reminds me of the Mercedes S-Class from the 1970s or the 1980s, I'd say, early 80s. And that's because of the design, if you notice it. And you get a real identity of Mercedes right here. The badge that always sits on the bonnet at the very front. Very good, everyone. I'm impressed with Mercedes in that respect. Very good. I always also admire how you get the second badge right here. It's actually very good. Although, if I recall properly, this used to be silver. Silver, and the circle here used to be blue. But whichever it used to be, I think it still pairs very well. This is the lighting of the Mercedes S-Class. Just admire how nice it is. And I really like a bit of Mercedes patriotism going on here. Mercedes-Benz right here. I absolutely love the design of this wheel. Now, if you look carefully at it, look at this design right here. If you look carefully at this sort of design at the middle, it really does remind me of the Mercedes S-Classes of the 1970s and early 80s. The wheels of those S-Class. They really did have a similar wheel like this, where the Mercedes badge would stick out on a sort of design like this. Now that is absolutely stunning. I love this. This is called identity. This is called evolution. Mercedes has brought something from the past to the present. I think personally this particular alloy wheel pairs very well with the theme of this Mercedes S-Class. Now this is the side design of the Mercedes S-Class. It may look a bit simplistic, you may think. You may think there's not much going on. But if you look carefully right here, there's a line and it goes all the way towards the rear, underneath the door. And it goes there until the rear lights. This sort of design has been with Mercedes since the very, very beginning. I cannot tell what year it has been with Mercedes since, but I know for sure This has been a signature design from Mercedes. They've always had it on the side. Now, I can only imagine it's because of aerodynamic reasons, probably to improve the airflow. These door handles fold into the door. So when you see the car from outside, you'll see this chrome that signifies that this is the door handle, but it's folded in, it'll slide in. Now that is just amazing. The rear lights, I think this is the first time Mercedes has done a simple, rather simple rear light for the S-Class, because generally they tend to be very big, they tend to be very prominent, but this time Mercedes has they've made it rather simple, but whatever they've done with it, I think it looks fabulous and it pairs very good with the theme. Concerned about the emission of this Mercedes S-Class and also the environmental values? Look no further, everyone. This Mercedes S-Class comes with an optional hybrid petrol engine, and if you desire, in the future there will be an electric version of the Mercedes S-Class that's on the run. Now that is very exciting. Mercedes is a brand that sticks to its commitments, that sticks to its guns, so you have no concerns about reliability. And if reliability is your number one concern, rest assured, Mercedes assistants will always look out for you. I can only imagine this is supposed to be a vent that splits the air, that sort of sends the air flying this direction to improve stability, I assume. I'm not sure, everyone. However, I think I got the answer to my question. Okay, yeah, maybe it's not so questionable, because if you look carefully over here, there's a little air vent where there is an actual air intake. So I think the purpose of this grille is to shove the air this direction. Some of it will go flying out, some of it will go flying directly into this vent, and that improves stability. Something a bit questionable, and that is this exhaust over here is actually fake. It's just plastic. I don't know why the S-Class hasn't got a real exhaust. In the world, in terms of aesthetics, it looks very nice to look at. It looks very, very good. It looks very stylish. But in terms of functionality, it's got no purpose. It's not even an exhaust. So yes, a bit questionable, but selective taste. Some people are okay with it. Now let's move to the interior of the Mercedes S-Class. But before doing so, I would like to point out how the feel of this door is, everyone. This is the first time I feel a sharp-edged door handle. It's very good, because generally they tend to be round-edged here and underneath. But this time it feels very good. It feels sharp-edged on the edges. Very pleasant to pull. You don't have to pull it all the way. It's actually a soft pull if you think about it. Before I go into the interior of this Mercedes S-Class, I would like to first talk about the door. So whenever I open this door, there's a safe distance. Like, here's my hand, and this edge of the door is rather at a safe distance from my face. So I can just open it with ease without worrying about my face being hit by the door edge. See? Safe distance. And besides, when opening the door, you will move. So obviously, this is how you would open the door. It's normal. Automatically, you would keep a distance between the door edge and yourself. However, that doesn't appear to be the same story for the rear door. I have a feeling that Mercedes is used to having the S-Class being bought by someone who has a chauffeur, because what the chauffeur will do afterwards, or what someone at the hotel will do, is open this door for the rear seat passenger, because I'll explain you in a moment why. Here's my hand, okay? My hand is right here. This edge of the door sticks out very proudly. So whenever I open this door, I have to constantly watch out that this doesn't hit my stomach. I have to constantly back away when opening this door. It's not a questionable aspect. I think it's absolutely normal. All I can say is that there's a big distance between the handle and the door edge. So I have to constantly back away every time I get in the S-Class. The front and the rear doors get soft close, so there's no need to slam doors. You can do it softly, everyone. And it makes no noise at all, so sound pollution is very minimal. I don't know what to say, guys. I just don't know what to say. I'm so happy.
I am so happy, guys. I love this S-Class. It's so good. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Guys, this is so amazing. Forget about Ferraris. Forget about sports cars. Me, I was always obsessed with luxurious cars, luxurious sedans, even luxurious SUVs. But this Mercedes S-Class is just one of the reasons why. So this is the interior of the Mercedes S-Class. And I have to say, I am absolutely stunned. I'm absolutely amazed, everyone. This is very, very beautiful. I love the design. It really does remind me a bit of a yacht, if you think about it, because just look at it. The way it's styled, the wood trim, the aluminum trim, the piano black right here, and it's just very good. It's a massive improvement. Now, I really like the swivel wheel here to control the infotainment system. I really miss this, but you know what? I trust Mercedes. Even though they got rid of the swivel wheel, I'm sure they have a wonderful compensation, and that is, you get this wonderful screen right here, and you get this digital cockpit right there. And I really, really like the quality and the luxury. Rich and identity, first of all. Now, I absolutely love the way the seating is. I feel very comfortable, and I really like how I get an extra cushion for my head. You know, there's something very assuring about this S-Class. It's like, I never felt this feeling in the BMW 7 Series or the Audi A8. The thing about this S-Class is that it feels like you are being protected. It feels very stable.
This is the door handle for the Mercedes S-Class. You pull it like this. You have to pull it like this. Although it would have been more better if they had a door handle where you have to hold it like a luggage, like something like this, but for the interior. But it doesn't matter. I think this sort of design looks very appealing. It looks rather intelligent if you think about it. Something like this, something simplistic, not too conspicuous. With Mercedes, in the S-Class, the seating adjustment has traditionally always been here. And I think they first introduced this in the S-Class of the 90s. I'm not very sure, but it's very legendary, and they still to this day have this tradition going where they always put the seating adjustment here, not onto the seat itself. All the seating controls are over here with the memory, and also you get heated seats and ventilated seats. Now, I feel like with this Mercedes S-Class, Mercedes has taken a very different turn in the design. They've gone down the simplistic path in some senses. Like, if you notice the absence of physical buttons, it's all soft touches. So, just one touch with your finger and something will happen. Same on the steering wheel, and also for the mirror adjustments right there. Very good indeed, very good. Honestly speaking, I really do miss the swivel wheel, like I've expressed earlier. But I, again, have faith in Mercedes, and I really think they did it for a good reason. This screen, by the way, is closer to the driver than most cars, because most cars would have a center screen over there, like sitting right there. Whereas in the Mercedes, it's closer to the driver. So that's a plus. That's very good. And it's a very... I really like the design. Like I said, it's like a yacht. There you have the wood trim. Then you have the aluminum that separates the wood from the rest of the leather in the interior. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I find this design very, very creative and at the same time very cute. It ever so slightly reminds me of aircrafts. I don't know why, but whenever I see this sort of design here, I think of aircrafts or aeroplanes. Also, you have to admire the style of those air vents for the air conditioning. It looks interesting. It reminds me of the air vents on the exterior of some V8 engine sports car. Looks creative. Very good, actually. I like how the S-Class has been integrated. Oh, do you guys see this? Oh, wow. Okay, so if you move one vent, it moves the other one as well, automatically. Now that is very creative. Wow. Okay. Nice. And I think they really integrated the past with the present very fluently. They didn't go too fast about it. They're not so modern technology like Tesla and Audi. They are still classy. They're still a bit classic. And this is expressed right here. There's something about this interior which will tell you, yes, this is a real Mercedes. Over here, underneath this beautiful shutter, you have 2 cup holders and some storage space. And I am assuming underneath over there, you have a wireless recharge for your telephone. And if you want to close this shutter, just soft touch this aluminum right here. And it shuts for you. This is the center console storage of the Mercedes S-Class. Very good. I like the double doors you get for it. And you open it right here. Very nice. And to access the glove box, it's also easy from the driver's seat. You have to pull this latch. And there you go. Nice glove compartment. So now to come to the favorite part of my interior. You get the sunroof. You get lightings over here. And also, you get a beautiful mirror to see how nice you look. Mercedes has placed the extra lighting controls right there for the fog lights. Very good. And it's I like how you get this wood trim right here. Now, just admire those leather seats. It reminds me of a couch. Also, I really like how you get that Mercedes badge there. It's really good. It's kind of assuring, you know, it's kind of there to remind you that the car you're driving will keep you safe. And that's what I really like. It's very assuring. Now, the interior of this S-Class is very good, although I would really prefer if it had the wooden trim, because for some reason I'm a fan of wood trims for the S-Class. Like over here, instead of the piano black everywhere, I prefer wood trim or maybe aluminum trim. That would be even better. But it's still good nonetheless. The piano black pairs very well with the black leather in the interior. And your center door lock buttons are over there. Now let's move to the rear seat of this Mercedes S-Class. So I'm in the rear seat of the Mercedes S-Class, and I have to say leg room and knee room is expected, guys. I mean, I'm very comfortable. The leg room is endless, and so is the knee room. Forget about headroom, guys. I have unlimited comfort. Like, look at this. Oh my goodness. I have a couch. I have a pillow right here. Oh, wow. Who said you need a Cadillac limousine, huh? Look at this Mercedes S-Class. I have unlimited comfort. Now, guys, I feel very, very well cocooned. Like, check this out. I get this armrest that folds down and extra storage right there. Very good. And then also, I'm assuming this is supposed to be your wireless recharge. I'm not very sure, guys, but hey, it will be explained. And I'm not sure what... Okay, so I was thinking this would fold up, but okay. So you can just fold this up if you don't need it. And then you get to... Okay, guys, believe it or not, a third person can actually sit here. Okay, guys, believe it or not, a third person can actually sit in this Mercedes S-Class, which is, first of all, very cool. I mean, it's interesting how Mercedes has managed to integrate this. But first, I can only imagine what sort of legs the middle person will have to have, because there's a proud tunnel right here. Now, I love those speakers, the way they're styled. Sound enthusiasts, this car is going to feel like a studio for you. I love the wooden trim, and also the window buttons right here. And the door handle is just like the front seat, and you get similar controls just like the front seat. So if the comfort is not up to your standard, you can adjust back seat pockets for both rear passengers. Guys, I want to show you all something very cool. I'm just gonna press this beacon of hope, and you'll see what a pleasant sight it becomes in the rear seat. All that darkness turns into lightness here. And it's also underneath the front seats, everyone. Now that is so cool. Wow, okay. And then you see this. This folds down so that you get extra connection points here. An HDMI cable as well. Very nice. You don't get climate control over here, but you get air vents over here. And you guys get extra air vents right here as well. The only thing I actually wonder is, what is the purpose of this bit of storage right here? I mean, is it for your coins? Is it for your cards or something? Business cards, perhaps? I'm not sure, everyone, because there's no cover for the storage, so it's just there.
Okay, that's very interesting. I'm just curious to know what was this part intended for. I think on upper specs you get climate controls over here, so I can only make assumptions at this point, guys. But whatever it is, I think the rest of this interior of this S-Class will be enough to make you forget about this bit of storage. And you get panoramic sunroof, guys. This is the boot space of the Mercedes S-Class, everyone. Very deep, so you can fit a lot of luggages in the back. Very good. I like the feel of the quality in the boot. And you get a nice soft close for the boot. So here's my conclusion about the Mercedes S-Class. For a price of 140,000 euros, you are not buying this Mercedes S-Class for performance. You're buying this Mercedes S-Class for its identity, for its heritage, for its history, and also for its reputation, for reliability and safety. So, you want my opinion of this Mercedes S-Class? I love this Mercedes S-Class. I really do. You see, when the Tesla Model S first came out, everyone lost their mind. Everyone was obsessed with the Tesla Model S. Everyone was thinking this is the best electric car ever. But me, I was the only one that just kept saying, okay, cool, but I will always stay loyal to the Mercedes S-Class. And guys, I think my loyalty to the Mercedes S-Class has paid off. Mercedes has come up with a new S-Class that looks far better, and also it's going to come with an electric version in the future. Who knows? Maybe with not this exact same styling, maybe with a different styling to remind you that it's electric, but who cares, everyone? It's Mercedes doing it, and I have a lot of faith in Mercedes, and I think my faith in them has paid off. Don't get me wrong, guys. I have a lot of respect for what Tesla has done with the Model S and how they revolutionized the perception of electric cars. They changed people's perception of electric cars, and now people love electric cars thanks to Tesla, especially with the Model S. However, the Tesla Model S has not convinced me personally. It has not changed my mind. In my mind and in my heart, I will always love the Mercedes S-Class. I will always trust the Mercedes S-Class. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. You all are probably wondering, for a car like this, why am I dressed like this? Well, actually, I'm going to go hit the golf course. So yes, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go see my friends at the golf course right now.